Hi, I'm Mark, and today we will explore the integration with GCollection. And before we jump straight into the technical details, let's explore the interface a bit. So this is the first and actually the main screen that the user will see when he just logs in into the system. And if we scroll down up until the footer, here we will find a link to the API documentation. So let's click on it. So this section is quite straightforward and it's divided into two main logical boxes. The first one is authentication. Actually, before making a single and first call to API of GCollection, the user has to create the API token. So, and the next section is called Collection API Endpoints. It contains the description of all the endpoints, the description of query params, the description of the body of the request itself. So, talking about the query params, there are two query params. The first one is model ID. This one is required. And the second param is column list. Actually, when the user defines the column list is actually comma separated list. When the user defines the column list, the system will process all possible combinations of this column. So, in order for the client better understand and actually to be more effective in terms of collection strategies. So let's start with generating a token. So in order to generate a token, we need to proceed to the profile of the user. So here is the profile, and at the very bottom of it you will find a button which is generate. So let's click on it. The system just generated the API key in order to pass the authentication. And please keep in mind that whenever we update this page, the token will be gone, so make sure to save it into the safe place. So we just copied the token, and here is the Postman interface. So I just passed the tokens, it was just copied to the API key variable. So, and another variable that I created just for simplicity, this is the URL of the GCollection interface. So let's explore actually the first endpoint. The first endpoint is called prediction with JSON, right? And here what we should keep in mind that the model ID should be input here, and the model ID should be easily found in the interface itself. So the section of collection models contains as a first column of the result table the ID of the all collection models that were built in the system. So, and I just got the very freshest one, which is 153. So then I input this here. The authorization is API key and the body of the request. So in here, keep in mind that the structure of the request and all the columns should be matched with historical data file, for sure without the paid column, because the paid column is the result column, the result we would love to predict. So all is ready. Let's send a request. So, and we got the response from GiniMachine, right? The unique identifier for the dat, the score, and the resolution that is based upon that threshold that was defined in the model in GiniMachine interface. So the next option that the system will allow us to define a column list. So, and in the column list I've just defined the phone call, and I want the system to use all the combinations of this strategy and make a prediction. So I can make segmentation and I can organize my work more effectively. Let's send the request. And here we will see that the phone call was used as a param 1. The system will allow to use not more than three columns in column list parameter. And here we see that, so we could call the client, right? This is a true value for phone call, and in such a case the score would be 0.39. So the probability of payback is 0.39. And if we didn't call the client, the probability actually is different, right? It's quite less. So, and for sure we want, for some cases we want to drill down of score. We want to understand how the model actually made the decision about this score, which columns and their effects were influencing the model prediction. So for this we should use the interpretation endpoint, and let's send the request. So, and we see that we got an additional row in response body, which is interpretation, and we see that all the columns, its values and effects will be presented in the API response. So, and for sure for some cases we want to score not just one application, we want to score the whole portfolio, we want to score the batch of applications, and for sure there is an option to do so. So let's kind of mimic the case where we got two applications, and let's change the age, for example, to be 31, and let's send the request. And for this case we are sending a batch of applications, so it could be 1000 applications. And so for this case in our batch there were two applications and we got two scores, and we see that for first application the score is 0.39, and for the second application, which is roughly the same except of age, the score is less, right? So our debtor is quite younger, and his probability of payback is lower. If there are any questions left, you can always contact us at support@GiniMachine.com. We are always glad to help you out. Thanks.